What's up, gentlemen? Buckle up, because this video could get a little bit messy. So the other day, I got an email from one of our friends who was freaking out. He cheated on his girlfriend, she found out and dumped his ass, and he wanted to know what advice I had. He wants her back because she is the love of his life. Love of your life that you cheated on. Okay, I'll go with that. I responded, should have kept your dick in your pants. I didn't email him that, but I wanted to. But this got me thinking about cheating. And so I decided to do a video because I have been cheated on, I've cheated and gotten busted, I've cheated and not gotten caught. And so I've kind of done it all. And so today I thought I'd talk a little bit to you about cheating. So I think first we should really talk about why somebody cheats. And I can only really speak from my perspective and point of view. When I was younger, I cheated on pretty much like all of my girlfriends. And it was not something that I ever intended on doing. I really cared about my girlfriends, that I thought I cared about them. But I guess, you know, looking back, if I really cared about them, I wouldn't have cheated. In my mind, I rationalized it, right? I'm like, well, it's just hooking up, right? It doesn't mean anything. I really like this person. I'm just sort of doing and messing around because it's fun. It's dangerous. When I was young, it was about, you know, feeling confident about myself, feeling good about myself. I come from a broken home and I had a lot of insecurity issues going on. And so I think that cheating for me when I was younger was one of the sort of byproducts of trying to prove something to myself, that I was good enough, that I was attractive, that people wanted to be with me. Unfortunately, I had to deal with the consequences. I got busted. I got busted by a girlfriend that I dated off and on for like 2 or 3 years when I was younger, and I loved her. I thought I loved her. I guess I did love her. In that age, I loved her. She was younger than me. I graduated. We went away for senior week, and I cheated on her, and she found out. But after I cheated on her, it was the emotional sort of thinking about it and worrying, like, oh my gosh, and trying to cover your bases, right? Because that's honestly one of the worst parts about cheating. Even if the person doesn't find out, the fear that you are going to get caught is pretty shitty. We broke up, I went away to college, and I cheated on other girlfriends. You know, it was something that, I don't know really why I did it. I honestly think it was partially because it was an ego thing. It was somebody, you know, coming on to me or being attracted to me, and I was in the wrong situations. And what I mean by that is, what I've come to realize at the age of 41 is that if you don't put yourself in the situations or open yourself up to affairs or cheating, it doesn't happen. It was never about not being satisfied or happy with the person that I was with. And I say that, but obviously something was wrong. And so when our friend, you know, sends me this email and he's like, oh my God, I cheated and she's the love of my life, I sort of, in a weird way, can understand that. But now looking back on that and my actions and the relationship and situation that I'm in now, it's like, well, you put yourself out there, you put yourself in that position, you don't love her that much, or I should say you're willing to risk losing her. So for me, I don't put myself in the situation. When somebody flirts with me, I still am I'm a dude. I like it. If a dog humps my leg, I'm like, well, I'm flattered, right? I just don't put myself in those situations. I don't go out with the boys and go to bars and clubs and go drinking, because honestly, like I said, every really bad decision I've ever made has been a result of alcohol. The other reason that I think a lot of guys end up cheating is because okay, ready? Check it out. When you first meet somebody, how exciting is it? It's like, oh my God, you can't wait to see him. It's new, it's fresh, you get the butterflies, everything's great. And then like a month later, it's still good and you're digging it. And then a month after that, it's like, wow, she's cool. I love her. I think I really like hanging out with her. But the newness, the funness, all those endorphins and crazy chemical things that are happening in your brain when you first start dating and butterflies and love and oh my God, I'm going to run off and get eloped and it's wonderful. That fades. And when that fades, unless you have a good relationship and you're willing to, and she is willing to, or he, whatever you're into, is willing to work, it's a recipe for disaster, and you're going to search, you're going to seek, you're going to look for that feeling because it feels so incredible. Falling in love feels amazing. after you fall in love and you've got to sort of deal with reality and go through life with somebody, it's challenging. And you need to be committed to focus and develop the relationship. Relationships are like flowers. You nurture it, right? You plant it. You're like, oh my God, what a beautiful little flower. And then you water it and it grows a little and you water a little bit more. You got to keep watering it or else it dies. Same thing. Another thing I wanted just to say that everybody looks perfect, right, on paper or from the outside looking in. Like, you're in a marriage, you're in a relationship, and you're like, oh God, I got to deal with you, and you have issues, right? And then there's that spicy senorita in accounting. You're like, dude, she bats her eyes, and she is like dynamite, and you talk, and you go to lunch, and everything's like, oh my God, she's amazing. Life would be so much better. Don't believe the hype. Everybody looks perfect on paper, but when you get down to it, she's batshit crazy. There's no excuse for cheating, not even using Tiege Hanley. This is what's going to happen. Check it out. You start using Tiege Hanley by going to the link and entering the discount code down below. You get the all-inclusive, amazing system that is Tiege Hanley. You start using it, right? Right now you're looking all right. You start using it though, all of a sudden you're like, wow, you're going to start glowing with amazing handsomeness. All of a sudden all these senoritas that were like not paying you any attention are like, Brian, what? You look amazing. You want to go to lunch? The answer is no. We can order in because I'm not getting down like that. Do not fall prey to the fact that your skin now looks so freaking incredible, better than 99.9.9.7. Fact, Tiege Hanley will make you better looking, but do not use these handsome looks for evil and cheat on your sweet little Brenda. Brenda's a doll and has been putting up with your shit for the past 7 years, so bring the handsome to her. I'm not going to Tiege.com. I don't want to look better. It's not really going to work. Really? I want to show you a before and after. 5 days of using the system. This is a picture of John before and 5 days after using the Tiege Hanley Level 3 system. If you notice, the image on the left, lots of fine lines, wrinkles, the skin looks dull, lifeless, little dark spots. It's not necessarily a great thing. On the right, what? Ridiculous. 5 days? Yep. 5 days. That photo has not been touched, edited, or photoshopped. That's the real deal, my friends. So, you still don't believe me? I don't get what? Hey, I am trying to lead a handsome face to water. Shoot the messenger. Whatever. You want to? Fine. What? Cool. Back to infidelity. One of the things that when I got cheated on, my girlfriend that I really cared about in college cheated on me. When I found out, it wasn't the whole like visual of her like having sex with some other dude that really bothered me as much as feeling like I was lied to and made a fool of. And I think really that's one of the most damaging aspects to infidelity, cheating, and affairs is making the other person feel like a fool. And it's not fair. If you truly care about this person, like you say that you do, or that you think that you do, or even if you don't, be a man. Be a man and end it. It's not you, it's me, whatever you need to do, but before you go ahead and cheat, even if you're not going to get caught, like 99% sure that you're not going to get caught, which you usually always do, just end it, man. And when it's over, do whatever you feel like you need to do. Just make sure that you're careful. Use protection, please, I beg you, because nothing, no amazing vagina or whatever you're into is worth dying for. Or a bad STD that you can't get a shot and get rid of. I'm telling you, there are things out there you definitely do not want to mess with. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Before you cheat, think about it. Do not put yourself in the situation and it won't happen. If it still does, there's probably something else going on. And I encourage you to be honest and get to the root of the issue. And if you ultimately decide that you still want to move forward and have an affair, cheat, or whatever, be honest with the person that you're with because they deserve it.